Hello, everybody, and welcome into tonight's broadcast. It's the Week 14 finale here in the 2021 NFL season, and what a game we have on tap from Buffalo, New York, as the Buffalo Bills host their rivals in the AFC East, the New England Patriots. Biggest game of the season for both teams up until this point. And the number one seed in the entire AFC is up for grabs. Sit back, enjoy. This should be a fun one in some Week 13 action as we head to the latter stages here of the regular season and the playoff picture really starts to take shape. The Patriots, in the midst of an incredible 6-game win streak. They started 2-4, of course, have won 6 since then. And not only 6 wins in a row, it's been really dominant performance after dominant performance from the Patriots. Meanwhile, Buffalo still just a half game back of New England in the standings. But ever since a big win against Kansas City a couple months ago, it's been inconsistent play. In fact, they haven't had back-to-back wins in over 6 weeks. So what's going on? Uwui. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thanks for tuning in. Absolutely, it's going to be a good game, no doubt about that. And the bad weather should make it interesting, no doubt about that. And as you do mention, the weather is certainly going to play a big factor tonight. The wind gusts are about 45 miles an hour in Buffalo, a mix of rain and snow in the air, and we are underway at Ralph Wilson Stadium. And Buffalo kick with the wind as that ball is blasted into the stands for a touchback. We got a good crowd already in here. We got Nate and Hugo in the house. Let's go Patriots. Welcome in everybody. And yes, lots of win indeed. As I mentioned, the Patriots, 6 straight wins, currently first in the AFC. A win tonight would mean they would take sole possession of the conference. Here we go. On first down from the 25-yard line. In motion is Kendrick Bourne. Jones going to hand it off. And it's a short gain on the play, about 2 yards for Damian Harris. And we're going to see a lot of the run game tonight on both sides, and that's why the Patriots running backs will be keeping an eye out for tonight, as well as Hunter Henry for Buffalo, Tremaine Edmonds, and Jordan Poyer on defense. 2 of their star players, of course, Tre'Davious White out for the season with an unfortunate ACL injury, which he suffered on Thanksgiving against New Orleans. That was the last game, of course, for Buffalo, where they came out on top. Another handoff to Damian Harris, and Harris taken down at the 30. It's a 3-yard gain, 3rd down and 5 for New England. And making the tackle there for the Bills was number 53, and that would be, I believe, Jerry Hughes. 3rd down and 5 here for the Patriots. Yeah, absolutely, Nate. The win's going to make it it's going to make it interesting. Hopefully for myself as a Patriots fan, it'll help us, but we'll see. Hello, Ayush. Welcome into the stream, as well as Jeffrey. Now it's a flip back to Harris, who fumbled it, recovers it, and now pushed out of bounds. And it's a big loss on the play as Ed Oliver knocked him out. But New England hold on to possession. It could have been a real disaster as Jones went with the pitch, looked a bit hesitant on the pitch on first replay, but it was just a simple fumble from Damian Harris, went right through his hands. And so 4th and 11, out to punt is Jake Bailey. I think the wind is blowing from left to right across the screen, Nate. Yeah, so I do believe that the Patriots are against the win here in that first half. Let's see here with the punt. Yep, definitely. That punt dies down quickly, but it takes a decent hop, and now it's Micah Hyde out to the 47 on the return. So yeah, Buffalo playing with the wind in this first half. New England going against the wind, meanwhile, as Josh Allen takes to the field. The only quarterback in NFL history, Allen, with 20-plus passing touchdowns and 25-plus rushing touchdowns in his first 4 seasons. definitely a mobile quarterback. So Allen certainly has plenty of mobility, and I can expect him. We can expect him to run the ball quite a bit, considering the conditions. 12:46 left in the first quarter. The Patriots went 3 and out. Now, what can the Bills do in great field position? It's a handoff to the left side, and that's about a 1 or 2 yard pickup down the sideline by Devin Singletary. Singletary, who played his college ball at FAU. Matt Breida, Stephon Diggs, two players to watch out for Buffalo on offense. Matthew Judon and Adrian Phillips, two of the standouts for New England's defense. Phillips has been real reliable in the secondary. Judon, meanwhile, well, you don't really have to say much about him. He has been the best acquisition for the Patriots after he was acquired by the Ravens, from the Ravens, I should say, by New England. 2nd down and 7 from the New England 49. Allen hands it off. Singletary can't make a move, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. That's a great play by New England's Devon Godshaw. Godshaw acquired from Miami in the offseason. What's good, Todd? Welcome in from the UK. I know it's the middle of the night there for you in England, Todd. Appreciate the commitment, and yeah, we'll see when some passes come, Nate. It's gonna be a little while. And we got the other Jeffrey in the house. Welcome in, man. Here we go on 3rd down and 7 after no gain on the previous play. Here comes the pass play. With time is Allen, but it's dropped by Dawson Knox. Adrian Phillips there in coverage, and Knox unable to hold on. And just like New England, it's Buffalo going 3 and out on their opening drive. Well, the throw was on the money, really. Knox just couldn't hold on. And out comes the punter, Matt Hack, to send it Gunnar Olszewski's way. Remember, Buffalo are going with the wind in this first half, so that will play to the advantage of Hack. Here's the snap. The punt is away, and this one will sail beyond Olszewski and bounce towards the end zone and into the end zone. Unable to save it for Buffalo was a safety, and now the New England Patriots will get their second possession of the game. We'll see what they can do with the football. Mac Jones and the Patriots offense next up, so stay tuned. All right, thank you. I appreciate that, Todd. I'll be back after a quick break. No score in Buffalo. All right, and welcome back in, everybody. The early stages of this one from Ralph Wilson Stadium in a windy Buffalo, New York. Many would say bad conditions, but Buffalo residents would tell you it's just another day in December. The Patriots will start out from the 20-yard line, 11:16 left in the opening quarter. Both teams went 3 and out on their opening drives. It goes to Harris, who is stopped rather quickly, trying to make room down the right side. A 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 on the way. What's good, Hayden? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, Hayden. Glad to see you here. And what hold on, let me get to a quick note on the weather. It's 36 degrees currently. It feels like 24. The winds at the moment 25 to 35 miles an hour, but the wind gusts are anywhere from 50 to 55 miles an hour, which is just unbelievable. Here we go on 2nd and 8 from the 22. It's a run up the middle again by Harris, and this time he gets out to the 26, setting up 3rd and 4. Tackle there by Buffalo's Greg Russo, excuse me. Oh no, come on. Get out of here with the Patriots hate. No, I'm just playing. You guys have the right to pick your to pick what teams you dislike. And yeah, getting to the question of what team do the Patriots dislike the most? I mean, Buffalo's up there, probably the Jets, though, as this is handed off to Bolden, and he's not going to get anywhere. Bolden trying to make a move to the right, but he is stopped, and it's once again the defensive end, Greg Rousseau, making the play for the Bills. 1-yard loss, and it's looking like another 3 and out for the Patriots. Who's going to win MLS Cup? I say Portland. I hope Portland win. I don't like New York City. 4th and 5. Out comes Jake Bailey, but I do think the Timbers are the better team, in all honesty. Second punt for Bailey, and it's into the wind. He gets it off, and this will die down quickly, and it falls onto the Patriots sideline. We'll see where they mark it, but my goodness, that wind is brutal, and they're going to place this ball all the way up to, I believe, the 40-yard line of New England. Another great starting field position for the Bills. And yeah, the Giants are up there as well, JA, no doubt about it, when it comes to the most hated teams for the Patriots. Absolutely true. And yeah, you're right about that, Hugo. You're right about that. I'll be back. No score. The Buffalo Bills with their second drive of the night coming up, and they start in New England territory. Welcome back in, everybody. Just past the midway mark of quarter one, and Jake Bailey battling the elements already. 2 punts tonight against those strong winds, and the ball placed at the New England 40. A reminder, those wind gusts are anywhere from 50 to 55 miles an hour right now, heading from left to right, as Allen will throw a screen pass, but he's popped. What a hit after the catch was made. That's J.C. Jackson taking down Sanders. And my goodness, if Sanders wasn't already awake, he certainly is now. Second down and about 12. Make it 13 coming up. A 3-yard loss on the play for the Bills. Backed up to the 43-yard line. You're on 2nd and 13. It's Knox in motion. Handoff up the middle, and Singletary puts his head down and charges forward to the 39. 4-yard pickup, setting up 3rd down and 9. All 3 and outs so far. By the way, I said just past the midway point of the quarter. I meant just under the halfway point of the quarter. Look at the average drive start for New England. It's been on their own 23. For Buffalo, on the opposing team's 46. That just shows you how much this wind is playing a factor. And of course, the rules will be reversed in the second half, and that will be offside. But who is it against? Both teams pointing the finger. Here's the call. Well, there it is. A neutral zone infraction penalty called against Matthew Judon. Just jumped the gun on that left edge. And so it's more manageable of a 3rd down for Buffalo. Instead of 3rd and 9, now 3rd and 4. Ball moved up to the 34-yard line of the Patriots. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And Allen, taking his time, fires to the sideline. The catch is made, and it's the first down of the game for either team. Hauling that one in for the Bills was running back Matt Breida. Well, great protection there for Josh Allen. Had plenty of time to deliver the bullseye. And the Bills move the chains now past the midway point of quarter one at Orchard Park. Knox shifts to the backfield. Allen gonna hand it off. The ball's loose, and the Patriots fall on it. New England have it. That's Lawrence Guy. And a turnover here as words are exchanged between Bentley and Betker. The referees take control of the situation, and New England claim the first turnover of the game. A fumble by Matt Breida, and Lawrence Guy, the first to react. And New England will take over. No, Nate, I do not. Nope. I do not. As I'll be back after a quick commercial break. The first turnover of perhaps many, at least that's what we'd expect. No score. Patriots taking over after the break. Welcome back into coverage of Monday Night Football in Week 13 of the 2021 NFL regular season. And yeah, it's already Week 13, but believe it or not, it's just the first meeting of the season between the Patriots and Bills. They will meet again on the day after Christmas, December 26th. And that's just in 2 games for the Patriots, as they'll have a bye next week before Indianapolis follows. That'll be a Saturday game. And then it's Buffalo at Gillette Stadium. All right, here we go. Still not a pass play for Mac Jones. The Patriots have run it 6 times. This drive starts from the 31. 6:55 left in the first quarter. It's another handoff and nowhere to go. Taken down is Jonnu Smith. And that's not the start to the drive New England was seeking, as Phillips made the tackle. The defensive tackle for the Bills makes it negative yardage for the Patriots. New England will hurry up to the line of scrimmage. It was a 1-yard loss, 2nd down and 11. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's Harris standing in the backfield. Jones fakes the handoff to one player, then hands it off to Aguilar, who has a block. That's a wonderful job by Hunter Henry. And Aguilar is going to get about 6 yards on the play, setting up 3rd and 5. Bit of trickery there right off the snap. And Henry paved the way for Aguilar down the right flat. Yes, Holg is being a bit funny, I suppose, here in the chat. I appreciate you, Holg, for tuning in nonetheless. Here on 3rd and 5, it's a pitch back to Harris. Harris through the middle. He's breaking free. Damian Harris. Forget about it. He's going all the way to the house. Touchdown, Patriots. 64 yards to the end zone, and New England strike first in a big way and silence the crowd in Buffalo. A pitch to Harris, cutting back to the middle and finding an open hole. And after he found it, there was no catching him. He went untouched by a long way. And now New England are going to go for 2 after the touchdown. Well, this is all part of the wind playing a big factor. The Patriots deciding not to attempt an extra point here into the wind. So now comes the 2-point attempt with 5:18 left in the first quarter. Bourne motions to the right, 3 receivers on that side. N'Keal Harry lined up to the left. Brandon Bolden in the backfield. It's a pitch to Bolden. Bolden trying to get to the outside. He's in for the score. The 2-point conversion is good, and New England take an 8-0 lead. A big-time drive. Damian Harris with the exclamation point on a 64-yard touchdown run. The Buffalo Bills now looking for a response. It's the Patriots on top, trying to claim sole possession of first place in the AFC. Welcome back in, everybody. As Hugo asks why'd they go for two? Yeah, Todd answered you right there. The wind is just simply too strong for New England to attempt an extra point. Even from 33 yards out, odds are against this wind, you're not going to make it. So it wasn't all that surprising that they decided to go for two there. And yeah, Holg, I'm sure a lot of people outside the U.S. like yourself get annoyed and don't understand why we call this football. Um, but that is what it is. And how about this kick? Nicely done by Jake Bailey as that ball skips into the end zone for a touchback. And Buffalo will start from the 25, trailing 8-0. That 64-yard touchdown run has really made this game come alive because before that, it was, you know, 3 and outs to start, but then the fumble by Buffalo, recovered by New England, is what set up that drive and ultimately the touchdown. Allen drops back, looking to throw, completes over the middle. Miles Bryant delivers the hit on Stephon Diggs, an 8-yard reception with 5 to go in the opening quarter of play. Second down and 2 for the Bills. We'll see if they keep on throwing it a bit more. Remember, they're going with the wind. Allen going to hand it off on second and short, and that should be enough for Devin Singletary, and I believe it is. Yep, the chains are moved. Fresh set of downs. That is true. That is a good point, Todd. I still think it's weird how we call it football because you primarily don't use your feet in American football, but hey, that's the name of the sport. Allen buying time, running out of it, stepping up in the pocket. He's in trouble, and he's tackled 2 yards in front of the line of scrimmage, so he picks up a little bit as Kyle Van Noy made the tackle from behind. Whoa, that glare is wild. Hold on. What is happening with my camera here? Jeez, let me fix that for a quick moment. Hold on. Oh, that would help if I unmuted the mic. I have no idea why my camera was doing that, but there we go. The glare is not there anymore, so that's good to see. What's good, Adam? Welcome into the stream. Yeah, I think the Patriots get the job done as well, man. I think so too. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8 for the Bills. Allen gonna hand it off, and Singletary is stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Godshaw. Look at the Patriots defensive free agent additions entering tonight. Matthew Judon, 11.5 sacks, 46 tackles. Kyle Van Noy, 41 tackles, 4 sacks. Devon Godshaw, 38 tackles, 2 for losses. And then Jalen Mills, 32 tackles as well. All of those defensive additions making a notable impact, especially Judon. He's been fantastic. Allen dropping back, now rolling to his right. Allen approaching the sideline. Flag is thrown. The pass is caught. Was the catch made in bounds? Yes, it was. Cole Beasley tiptoeing the sideline, gets both feet in, but could the penalty bring it back? Yes, it will. A holding call against Spencer Brown, and that's a 10-yard penalty, and really a big blow for the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, it might have been. It might have been glaring off the certificate. Although I've never had that issue before. I don't know. I just wipe my camera lens with a wipe quickly, and it solved the problem. But that was really weird. The left side of my screen got all foggy. Never seen that happen before. Third down and 17, and Buffalo surely have to throw here. Let's see. Two receivers to the left and two to the right. Allen drops back in the pocket. Under pressure, the throw too far. Intended for Sanders, but the Patriots got to him quickly. Christian Barmore forced it out, and with 2:19 left in the first, the punt team is out for the Bills once more. Right up the middle, Barmore just won the battle between him and the center, Mitch Morse. There's too much to handle for Morse. Barmore, a rookie for the New England Patriots. And so here's Matt Hack. This punt will be just beyond the 15-yard line. And with the win, this ball high into the air and deep downfield. Harry did not touch it, I believe. And it'll be down at the 14, but the Bills are claiming Harry did touch it. The referees are going to discuss it. And they're going to give it to New England. They say Harry got out of the way. The Bills are celebrating like it should be their football, but let's see the replay here. Did Harry touch it? No. On the first bounce, he let it go. Yeah, that ball never touched him. So that's a good call by the officials. Although, did that nick his helmet? Afterwards, it might have. I take back what I originally said. This is closer than I anticipated, and it'll certainly be reviewed. I would expect Sean McDermott to challenge this call because this one camera angle here where Harry was a bit off balance getting up, that ball might have glanced off his helmet. And this is a big decision right here for the officials to make. Yeah, by the looks of it, that ball redirected, and therefore, as slight as the touch might have been, it did glance his helmet. And therefore, Buffalo have every right to argue that it should be their ball. And they're going to give it to them. So the Bills will get it. The referees overturned the original decision. And that is a huge turnover right there as Buffalo will get it in the red zone. Yeah, I saw the same thing, Nate. It did hit his face mask. Yep. Off the helmet. And so that's a big break right there for the Bills. And now they'll try to capitalize. And that's part of these conditions. Once again, the wind just kept carrying that ball deeper and deeper downfield. Harry didn't quite know how to react in the moment. And a costly mistake here as Buffalo take over at the 14 of New England. Yeah, indeed, Todd. Allen, play action, and the throw over the middle's caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis on the first play of the drive. It's 8-6, and the Bills are on the board after the 14-yard touchdown reception for Davis. Well, that's a great play call, excuse me. Fake handoff and a perfect pass, which Davis actually nearly dropped. In coverage there was Jalen Mills, but able to hold on was Davis. And now out for the extra point is kicker Tyler Bass, and he knocks it through the uprights. It's a 1-point ball game. 2:02 left in the opening quarter. New England scored a touchdown off of a recovered fumble. Buffalo score a touchdown off of what I guess will go down as a muffed punt. 8-7, Patriots by 1. Turnovers, the story so far, to no one's surprise. Back with more from Ralph Wilson Stadium right after a quick break. Stick around. Late first quarter, 8-7, Patriots up by a point. As Buffalo will kick off after the touchdown to get themselves on the board. Allen with the completion to Davis. Lewis here holding it on the tee for Tyler Bass, and Bass's kick will carry beyond the end zone for a touchback. Just crazy conditions here in Buffalo, New York. The wind, something else. But that's all part of what comes with December football in the Northeast, particularly Buffalo. 2:02 remaining in the opening quarter. First play of the drive, and that's a nice carry. Ramondre Stevenson all the way out to the 35, a 10-yard gain and a first down for the Patriots. Well, Stevenson, I'll tell you what, he's a guy who's not afraid to run through contact. I mean, he got bumped here at the line of scrimmage and just kept going. 10 rushes, no passes for New England so far. When will Mac Jones throw the ball? Will we have to wait till the second half for that? All questions that will be answered soon. And there is a throw. Oh, a juggling catch. Incredible effort as Jonnu Smith comes down with the ball. And right as I was asking when the first throw would come from Mac Jones, there it is. A leaping grab by Jonnu Smith. He bobbled this 2 times before finally hauling it in. Wow. An incredible effort from Smith. After he got a right hand to it, then tapped it with his left and somehow made the play. Here is another handoff as the Patriots go right back to the running game. And Bolden Stevenson picks up 6, and the Patriots enter Buffalo territory, and New England will be just fine letting the clock run out and bring us to the second quarter. 15 minutes in the books from Ralph Wilson Stadium in this AFC East clash. 8-7, the Patriots up by a point. Oh, trust me, Buffalo get plenty of wind at this time of year. It's the lake effect, right off Lake Ontario. And yeah, as you say, Todd, that's the strategy. The Patriots just running the clock out, so now they'll go with the wind in the second quarter. They'll switch ends, and that should play to the advantage of New England here. The second quarter next, 8-7, Patriots by 1. All right, we head to the second quarter, everybody. And it's a 1-point lead for the Patriots. The drive continues from the Buffalo 47. No gain on the play as Hoyer made the stop. 3rd down and 4 after the Damian Harris carry. Yeah, there you go, Adam. There you go. Patriots have run it 12 times. They've passed it once, but now with the teams, of course, switching ends for the second quarter, the Patriots are going with the wind, and now Buffalo against it. Jacoby Myers motions to the left. 2 receivers on that side, 2 to the right. And it's handed off to Bolden. Bolden breaking free, and that's a strong run as he tumbles inside the 35. 1st down, New England. As we look back on the replay here, and yeah, that was a great job up front by Ted Karras, actually. Ted Karras there pretty much opened the hole for Bolden to run into, and he took full advantage. At the 31, it's a new set of downs. Jonnu Smith shifts right. He and Harry lined up to the right side. It's handed off to Stevenson, who spins his way through and taken down at the 29. 2nd down and 8 coming up. What's good, Ari? Welcome into the broadcast. I mean, they could have gone for two, Ari, but I don't really blame them going for the extra point, because then if you don't get the 2 point conversion, you're already putting yourself in a disadvantageous position so early in the game. And I think Buffalo just wanted to take advantage of being with the wind in that first quarter and taking the point, which they will not be guaranteed here in the second quarter if they get into the end zone, as that's about a 3 yard carry. Trust me, if Buffalo get a touchdown in this quarter, I think they'll go for two. So it's just, if this was late in the game, then yeah, the Bills would have gone for two no matter what. But it's still very early, so I can't really blame them for taking the extra point and making it a 1 point game. Big third down here. The fans making plenty of noise in Buffalo. Handoff up the middle, but hit at the 24 was Bolden, and that'll bring up fourth down. In fact, that might have been Stevenson on the carry. And remember, the Patriots with the wind here in the second quarter, so it looks like Bill Belichick is going to bring the field goal unit out. Let's see what they can do. Nick Folk setting up for his first field goal attempt today. He's 31 for 34 on the season, is long coming from 53. This will be a 41-yard attempt with the wind straight on. The snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good. Nick Folk converts, no problem at all. And New England take an 11-7 lead with 11:27 left in quarter two. Well, the Patriots taking advantage of their second quarter position where they're going with the wind. Folk knocks it through, and Buffalo will try to respond next. Stick around. We're still early on in this Monday Night Football clash in the AFC East. All right, welcome back in, everybody. Yeah, I know, Todd. 2 a.m. there in the UK. Definitely need some coffee to stay awake, as this is kicked and fumbled, and that ball will roll to the back of the end zone. but it will be a touchback. Okay, okay. That was a bit of a scary moment there for Buffalo, but that is the rule. If you unintentionally touch it and it does roll into the back of the end zone, it is a touchback. So the Bills a bit fortunate there. No, no safety, Hugo. Only if you intentionally hit it into your end zone would that be a safety. Yeah, for a moment I was thinking maybe, but then I remembered the rule. So Buffalo will take it out from the 25. A bit fortunate there are the Bills. 11:24 left in the second quarter. Allen going to hand it off. A run up the middle here and pushing forward to the 29 is Singletary. Second down and 6. Or I beg your pardon, that was Moss, as a matter of fact, with the carry. Second down and 6 for the Bills, who are on offense against the wind for the first time tonight. Allen hands it off. It's Moss again, and a nice stop by New England as he was taken down by the ankle. Jawan Bentley making the play. Third down and short for the Bills. The wind continues to play a factor. Buffalo needing 2 yards to move the chains and extend the drive. Three receivers to the left. Allen looking that way, fires and completes. A catch and run here, and Diggs all the way to the 49. Longest play of the night for Buffalo, and that was actually Davis on the receiving end, excuse me. Davis, who had the touchdown catch, and that's a big first down completion for the Bills as they approach midfield. Well, no, I mean, New York is close to New England, Hugo, but it's not in New England. This is a keeper, and Josh Allen will not go down easy. Bounced off of a tackle. His second effort gets him to the New England 47. Second down and 6, 9 minutes left in the half. You're on 2nd and 5. Buffalo break the huddle. Diggs motions to the right. 2 receivers on each side. It's going to be handed off. That's Breida trying to make a move, but stopped by Judon. And it'll set up another 3rd and 2 for Buffalo. Yeah, that's correct, Hugo. Yep. The 6 states in New England, the 6 states that make up New England are Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. I mean, hey, considering the conditions, I think both teams have been doing all right. A bit of a high snap here, but the handoff is clean, and Zach Moss runs for 3. Forward progress will give him the first down. Buffalo moved the chains, and this is a well-worked drive thus far as we reach the midway point of quarter 2. It looked like one of the officials lost his hat. Temperature 36 degrees. It feels like 23. The wind heading left to right from 25 to 35 miles an hour, but the wind gusts anywhere from 50 to 55 miles an hour. Knox motions to the backfield. It's Moss getting the handoff, and he'll get 1 Adrian Phillips and company in on the tackle. Yeah, that is true, JA. Buffalo is not that close to Connecticut, no. Yeah, and I know at least it isn't snowing. Yeah, it was snowing on and off in the pregame, but yeah, as you say, the snow pretty much holding off. That would really make for a dramatic scene if it did start to snow. From the New England 40, it's 2nd and 9. And the play blown dead here as the play clock got down to 0. That's a delay of game call. Sean McDermott's furious, but the Bills penalized. And that could be a costly 5-yard penalty with 6:27 left in the half. Yeah, I heard someone tell me that, Hugo, that Hawaii got some snow. That's when you know we're living in a wild world. That's crazy. So now 2nd and 14 after the Bills are moved 5 yards back. Dropping back is Allen. Allen has decent protection, steps up, but goes down. That's a sack, the first of the night. And for New England, it's a big play as the Buffalo Bills will now be forced to punt. That's huge right there. 31st sack of the season for the Patriots, tied for 9th most in the league. And sorry, that was 2nd down. Excuse me. For whatever reason, I had in my head that it was 3rd down. Now it's 3rd down. Still third in the long ways, needing 19 yards for the first down. Allen steps up, rolls to his right, heading towards the sideline. The throw incomplete. Knox had it knocked away. Great coverage there by Adrian Phillips. And now a punt coming from Buffalo. Well, the look was there. The throw was a good one by Josh Allen. And Phillips just came in at the last moment to push it out of the hands of Knox. That's a big-time defensive play. And now Matt Hack will punt into the wind. Gunnar Olszewski, the returner for New England. This punt sends sky high. It'll die down. It takes a Buffalo roll, though, and this is going to head to the 15-yard line before Neal scoops it up. Well, the Bills will take that. New England will start another drive, leading 11-7 more coming up in the final stages of the first half. And welcome back in, everybody. The Patriots, of course, with an 8-4 record. The Bills 7-4. New England averaging 28 points per game. Buffalo 29.6. Patriots 15.8 points per game allowed. Buffalo 16.6. So very similar in that aspect. Very similar statistics. Well, that's good, Mike. We got Mike in the house. And yes, as Todd rightly points out, Buffalo is right along Lake Ontario, across from Niagara Falls, pretty close to the Canada border, as that's a sack right out of the gates. Basham and Milano teaming up. Second down and long, under 5 to go in the second quarter. Yeah, college football has a bunch of bowl games, which are kind of silly. They're sort of meaningless. I guess not. But then what everyone cares about is the college football playoff, which the top 4 teams in the country make. So, yeah, the college football playoff will be the semifinals will be New Year's Eve, and then the final is like a week and a half later. As the play's blown dead, we got a flag down here. Who's the penalty against? Timeout called by the Patriots. So Bill Belichick elects to use his first timeout. Buffalo still haven't used any. It'll be 2nd and 12, 4:31 left in the half. Yes, Alabama did already beat Georgia. That is correct, Adam. Yeah, so since Alabama beat Georgia, that got them into the college football playoff. That was the conference championship. So that's what we had this past weekend. You have the conference championships, and then you have the college football playoff, which is for the national title. So yep, it'll be um, Alabama, the 1 seed against Cincinnati, the 4 seed, and then Georgia, or rather Michigan, the 2 seed against Georgia, the 3 seed. Hugo is saying it'll be an Alabama Georgia rematch for the championship game. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that. Although Michigan Georgia is going to be a really good game, I feel. All right, here we go. Patriots out of the timeout. 2nd and 12. 2 receivers to the left for the Patriots. In the backfield is Harris. He'll get the pitch, but nowhere to go. He's wrapped up and thrown down at the 9-yard line by Phillips. And then also helping out for Buffalo was A.J. Epinesa, who played his college ball at Iowa. 3rd and long coming up for the Patriots. Yeah, only 4 teams left competing for a national title. Correct, Adam. And then, as I mentioned, there's a bunch of bowl games, it's hard to explain, but they're just one game between 2 teams that are selected to play against each other, but it's 2 teams who aren't in contention to win the national title. So it's not like an exhibition per se, but it is for a trophy. It's really kind of weird and hard to explain, as the Patriots hand it off, and not getting enough there was Harris, and Sean McDermott's fired up as the Patriots will punt on 4th down and 6. Yeah, Adams from the UK. Yep, he is. Jake Bailey will punt to Micah Hyde. Try to have the wind help him out, as this ball will roll down inside the 35 and out at the 34-yard line. And that's where Buffalo will take over. 3:02 left in the second quarter. It's the Patriots up by 4, but Josh Allen and the Bills offense will take the field once again. Back for more in a moment, so stick around. It's an AFC East rivalry matchup. I'll be back. Welcome back in. A good Jimmy V Classic matchup tomorrow night, 7 Eastern time in college basketball when Texas Tech battles Tennessee. And then at 9, it's 6th ranked Villanova taking on the Syracuse Orange. That's awesome, Adam. That's awesome. Yeah, Hugo, Buffalo to New York City is about 6.5 hours, I think. Yeah, about 6.5 hours. Quite literally opposite ends of the state, as this is handed off and quickly taken down as Singletary. He picks up a yard on the ground under 3 to go in the first half as Lawrence Guy made the stop for New England. Yeah, Southern California has great weather. I went to LA and San Diego summer of 2019. And that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I liked it out there, but things are very expensive in California. That's the one issue. Play action here. Allen throws right, catch is made. Losing his footing at the very end was Stephon Diggs. As the Bills may get one more play in before the 2-minute warning. Maybe not. It'll be 3rd and 3 coming up, and it looks like they'll bring it down to the 2-minute warning. Let's see. They're lined up. Will they get a playoff? No. Just trying to get the Patriots to jump. No one does. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning, folks. Patriots up 11-7, a big 3rd down on the other side for Buffalo. Welcome back in, everybody. Coming up on the halftime report soon, I'll give you some injury updates around the league and also recap all of yesterday's action around the NFL for you. Excuse me. A lot of great games yesterday. Another great NFL Sunday here in week 13. But first, the final 2 minutes of the half. Buffalo facing 3rd and 3 at their own 41. Three receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Allen fires to the sideline, and it's tipped by Van Noy. Drops incomplete, and that's a great play by 53, Kyle Van Noy. And it stops the clock as well, which only plays to the benefit of New England now. A big hit as well from Judon after Allen got that pass away. Patriots defense does its job, and now we'll get the ball back with Hack out to punt to Olszewski. Yeah, sounds right, Hugo. LA to Oakland, about 6 hours, yeah. Here's the punt from Hack. Olszewski, fair catch, and it's made at the 25-yard line. Minute 48 to go in the half. Patriots still have 2 timeouts, so plenty of time to work with here for Mac Jones and the New England offense. Appreciate all of your company tonight. Always great to be on the call for Patriots games, especially when they're playing well. This is the biggest game that the Patriots have had in a long time. Certainly the biggest game they've had in the post-Tom Brady era. Look at the quarterback comparison. Mac Jones, well, he's 1 for 1, 12 yards. Josh Allen, 6 of 10, 46 yards and a touchdown. Against the wind, the Patriots have run it 11 times, 1 pass with the wind. They still have decided to run it predominantly. 8 times they've run it. They haven't passed actually with the wind yet. See if that changes this drive. I get the feeling it will. Although they hand it off to start, that's Damian Harris still going, and he's going to tread all the way across the 40-yard line. Exactly the start to the drive New England wanted. Harris is just a fearless runner. I'm liking him more and more as the season progresses. He's run it 8 times for 87 yards and a touchdown today. He'll get it again, but tripped up near the line. Forward momentum gets him 2. The clock continues to tick. Patriots holding on to their final 2 timeouts. A minute left and counting here in the first half. 2nd down and 8 on the way for the Patriots. Yeah, Curry is really is on another level. Johnny Smith shifts to the right. N'Keal Harry on the right side as well. It goes to Ramondre Stevenson, and the Bills smother him quickly, and that'll be a 1-yard gain as Bill Belichick calls his 2nd timeout. Wait, what city is Tom Brady from? I thought he was from Northern California, Hugo. I thought he was from outside of San Francisco. I mean, I could be wrong, but I was pretty sure he was. But I can't remember what city, what town he's from. I'm blanking out. But I was pretty positive he was from Northern Cal. I could be wrong. Look at that. Damian Harris, 9 rushes for 89 yards. The rest of the team, 13 rushes for 55. Harris doing a lot of the work. Here's 3rd and 7. Jones hands it off. Escaping a tackle and trying to get the first down, but stopped a couple yards short is Ramondre Stevenson. And now on 4th and short, I think the Patriots and the Bills, for that matter, will both be content with just running the clock out here, and that will indeed be the case. Yes, Ari, there you go. That's what it is. San Mateo. That's right. That is right. Yep, San Francisco Peninsula. Yep, halfway between San Jose and San Francisco. Yeah, I knew he was from that area. Couldn't quite remember the town. Yep, San Mateo. That is right. Well, look at the current AFC playoff picture. The Patriots leading the conference at 8-4. The Titans, Ravens, and Chiefs all have the same record as division leaders. The Bills 7-4. The Chargers and Bengals both 7-5. With the wild card spots at the moment. Steelers at 6-5-1. Colts 7-6. And Raiders, Browns, and Broncos at 6-6. All teams in the hunt. It's a very close race in the AFC. I mean, you got 10 teams within 2 games of each other, which is unbelievable. And actually, a timeout has been called here with 7 seconds left in the half. So wait a minute. Buffalo decided to use their first timeout. Maybe hoping for a blocked punt or something crazy like that, as Jake Bailey comes out for his third punt tonight. Against the wind, he had 2 punts for an average of 22.5 yards. With the wind, though, his 1 punt so far traveled 46 yards. Yes, yes, that's right, Ari. He did go to the same high school as Barry Bonds. Yeah, Sarah High School. As this is 4th and 2. Bailey will punt this one deep into Buffalo territory, and that's going to bounce perfectly for New England as it rolls down to the 5-yard line, and time runs out here in the second quarter. Well, the Bills will receive second half kickoff, but it's New England up at the break, 11-7. The score in Buffalo, as they'll keep it right here for the halftime report. As I said, appreciate all of you tuning in tonight, and it's basically been the type of game we anticipated. Low scoring with the conditions. New England up by 4. It's one of those games where it's not going to be pretty. You're just going to have to grind out the win. Still a long way to go in this one, and I get the feeling there's going to be plenty of twists and turns in both the third and fourth quarter, so you'll want to stick around. No doubt about that. But yeah, welcome into the halftime report, everybody. Windy one in Buffalo, New England up by 4. And just looking at some statistics in that first half, team rushing on both sides. Patriots ran the ball 23 times, in fact. But giving you an update on injuries around the NFL, Dalvin Cook did not practice today, and his Vikings teammate Adam Thielen did not either. Keenan Allen of the Chargers placed on the reserve COVID-19 list, and Kayvon Thibodeau of Oregon has declared for the 2022 NFL Draft. The star defensive end is sure to be a high draft pick. So that's a quick update elsewhere in the NFL. In this game, as I mentioned, Patriots ran it 23 times, 149 yards and a touchdown. Buffalo just ran it 14 times for 33 yards, and of course, they fumbled the ball, which the Patriots recovered, and that led to the Damian Harris 64-yard touchdown run. So yeah, Buffalo have definitely passed the ball a bit more. Patriots running game, I think, has been solid so far, especially when you compare it to Buffalo. I mean, the Bills haven't been able to get anything going on the ground, and that will need to change in the second half because they're going to need the run game to work a little bit because they can't completely rely on the passing game just because of the way the conditions are. Well, coming up after a quick break, I'll get you caught up on all of the key games that took place yesterday in Week 13. You won't want to miss it. Stick around. It's 11-7 Patriots. We're only at the midway mark of the first meeting between these two AFC East rivals. And welcome back into the halftime report, everybody. Patriots up by 4. And yeah, as I see in the chat here, sounds about right. Brady's regimen and diet is definitely impressive. Everything about him. The guy's the greatest of all time for a reason. All right, as I promised, if you missed any NFL action from yesterday, I'm going to basically recap all that happened in a 3-minute span. So let's get it rolling, shall we? Because there was plenty of notable score lines, plenty of big moments across the National Football League yesterday. We start with Baltimore Pittsburgh, and boy, was this quite the game. The Steelers in the fourth quarter with under 2 minutes left, taking the lead. The Ravens would drive down the field, make it a 1-point game. They decide to go for two to try to win it, failed to convert. 20-19, Pittsburgh gets the win. Buffalo go to 8-4. The Steelers to 6-5-1. Meanwhile, in poor conditions in Chicago, the Cardinals would keep on going with their winning ways. 33-22 final score. Arizona, best team in the league record-wise at 10-2. Tampa taking on Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. 30-17. The Buccaneers get the job done against their divisional opponents. Chargers taking on the Bengals. Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. Great quarterback matchup, and the Chargers get the victory 41-22. Both teams now with a 7-5 record. Jacksonville took on the LA Rams, and it was a breeze for the Rams. 37-7 on their home turf. They go to 8-4. Jaguars drop to 2-10. 49ers Seahawks, what a game this was. A safety in the third quarter tied it up for Seattle, and then Russell Wilson, a Tyler Lockett. That would turn out to be the game-winning touchdown, 30-23. Seattle pull off the surprise, a big loss for the 49ers. Eagles took on the Jets. Meanwhile, Philadelphia gets the win, 33-18. Washington, Vegas, what a wild game this was. And a game-winning field goal for Washington with 37 seconds left would be enough. 17-15. They get the win over the Raiders. Giants took on the Dolphins, meanwhile, in Miami. How about the Dolphins? They win 20-9, and just like that, just a game below 500. Indy took on Houston, and this was one-way traffic from the start. 31-0. The Colts back with a winning record at 7-6. The Vikings, meanwhile, took on the Lions. Detroit looking for their first win, and guess what? They would get it in epic fashion, in walk-off fashion, in fact. Game-winning touchdown on the last play of the game. Devastating loss for the Vikings, and hey, there is no longer a winless team in the National Football League as Detroit go to 1-10-1. Well, I hope you got caught up in case you didn't know about any of yesterday's score lines. Plenty to talk about, no doubt about that. Why didn't Harbaugh kick the extra point and send the game into overtime? I don't know, Ari. I mean, he thought you know, why not try to win it here? And he certainly had the belief that his offense could get the job done by going for two there. And hey, it was a good play call. They just couldn't execute. The throw a bit off from Lamar Jackson, and that's what cost them in the end. I mean, sometimes coaches decide to take gambles like that. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't, and it backfired there on Coach Harbaugh. Well, shortly, it'll be back out to Buffalo for the second half. The halftime report rolls on right after this. All right, welcome back in, everybody. We're just about set to kick off the second half at Ralph Wilson Stadium, Buffalo, New York. Bills, Patriots. And it should be an intriguing second half in store. And yeah, you guys hit the nail on the head. It's all about money, so that's why we don't see, at least now, relegation. Relegation and promotion in U.S. leagues, particularly, of course, between MLS and USL, but that's just, how it is. All right. Well, glad to have your company, everybody. Hope you all are having a wonderful Monday night. And remember, Buffalo get the football to start this second half. So if they can take advantage of that, we're looking at a whole new ball game. An interesting first half, a couple of twists and turns. Of course, Buffalo had that fumble recovered by the Patriots. They'd go on the score. And then the Patriots would later, in the first quarter, fumble themselves after a punt bounced off the face mask of Aguilar and recovered by Buffalo. They'd score on the very next play. Mac Jones, just one pass attempt in that first half. The Patriots ran the ball 23 times for 149 yards. Josh Allen, meanwhile, has thrown the ball 10 times in contrast, as that will be kneel down in the end zone. Touchback for Buffalo as the third quarter is underway. Yeah, Hugo, Liga MX stopped doing relegation. I noticed that. Look at the AFC East standings. It's a two-horse race, really. Patriots 8-4, Bills 7-4. Then it's Miami at 6-7. Miami have been playing better as of late, but it's New England and Buffalo for this division, and that's how it's going to be down to the wire. Throw to the right side, caught, pushed out of bounds. About a yard shy of the first down was Cole Beasley. In fact, they're going to give him the first down. He got just enough to move the chains. First play of the half for Buffalo. Ah, man, I don't want to talk about that, Todd, as the Bills will hand it off here. It's Singletary pushing up the middle. He'll get to the 39. Excuse me, the 41, and that'll set up about second down and 5 for the Bills. What's good, Travis? Welcome in. Yeah, it definitely has been an interesting game, to say the least. I think we all kind of expected that. I think we all knew, with the conditions being what they are, I don't think any of us expected a great game of football quality-wise, but competitively speaking, it has been an intriguing battle. Play action, throw to the right sideline, and Jalen Mills breaks up the pass. It was intended for Emmanuel Sanders. 3rd and 5 on the way for the Bills, who, once again, not shying away from the passing game. Damian Harris, by the way, is back on the Patriots sideline. He was in the locker room for an extra bit of time dealing with an apparent injury, but it looks like he's going to return once New England get the football. Yeah, fair enough, Todd. Fair enough. As this throw is nearly picked off. A risky pass by Allen. Jackson got a hand to it. And the incompletion makes it 4th and 5, and the Bills will punt just 71 seconds into the second quarter of play. That throw intended for Stephon Diggs, but it was never getting there. Jackson saw that one all the way. And so here comes the punt from Matt Hack. He's been busy enough tonight. And New England's defense once again stands tall. Here's the punt with the wind. This will sail back beyond the head of Olszewski, and it trickles into the end zone for a touchback. 13:40 left in the third quarter. New England up by 4 and now with the ball. I'll be back after the break. Stick around, folks. I promise. It's a good one. It's been a one-score game throughout. Back with more in a moment. All right, welcome back in, everybody, as the Patriots will start up their first drive of the second half. Appreciate your company, everybody. And yeah, Jorginho has had a rough past couple of games for Chelsea, Adam. That is true, man. All right, the Patriots will start up from the 20, going against the wind here in quarter number 3. 11-7 they lead. Hand it off to Damian Harris. Harris trying to get every yard he can. Forward progress will give him 3. Just under 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Patriots. Make it 2nd and 6. It was actually a 4-yard carry for Damian Harris. Jacoby Myers in motion. He lines up to the left side with Nelson Aguilar beside him, I should say. And how about this physical run? Bouncing off tackles and picking up the first down is Ramondre Stevenson. What a runner he really is. So the rookie out of Oklahoma University, just fighting through and moving the chains. Myers motions from right to left. 2 receivers on the left side, 1 on the right. In the backfield is Stevenson. Now Bourne in motion. He'll get the handoff. Bourne trying to find a hole. He leaps forward to the 34-yard line. Jordan Poyer making the tackle. Poyer on the season, 5 interceptions, tied for the 3rd most in the league, 8 pass deflections, and a sack as well. Myers and Aguilar lined up to the left side. It's another handoff and a nice move. Juking out a man was Ramondre Stevenson, and he's all the way close to midfield. A flag is down. And it's going against the Patriots. Jonnu Smith called for holding, and that's a shame because it was quite the effort from Ramondre Stevenson. Well, yeah, there was the hold, which frankly prevented Stevenson from being caught. And so here comes 2nd and 17 after the 10-yard penalty as they replay the down. Another handoff and Stevenson trying to make the most of this. He'll pick up about 4. 3rd down and long for New England. Yeah, no, I know you weren't joking at him. I know it. Nah, get out of here with that, Hugo. Patriots are gonna win. Gotta believe here. 3rd and 13 on the way for New England. Just under 11 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Jones hands it off, and a quick hit delivered. Phillips takes down Harris right away. And on 4th and 12, New England will punt. It's a great read by Phillips. He was ready to make that tackle the second it went into the hands of Harris. And so a tough punt on the way as Bailey will send it into the wind, against the wind here. Is 2 punts against the wind tonight. Have traveled just an average of 22.5 yards. Let's see what he can do here. Oh, they got him to jump. Well, that is interesting. It looks like Buffalo committed the offside penalty. Let's see. No, it's on the New England Patriots. It's against the offense. False start. And so Bailey's punt will be 5 yards further back now. Huh. Very interesting. Bill Belichick, unsurprisingly, not pleased. So now Bailey's punt will come from inside the 15. Low snap. He gets the punt away. This will die down at about the 45 of Buffalo. It takes a New England roll down to the 37-yard line. Well, Bailey will be pleased with that. 9:15 to go in the third. The Bills offense takes the field again. They haven't led tonight, trailing by 4 currently. And welcome back in, everybody. Robert Kraft, the chairman and CEO of the Patriots, and Terry Pagula, the owner and CEO of the Bills, both in attendance at Ralph Wilson Stadium tonight. They've got the benefit of a nice warm suite, unlike most fans who are out in the cold conditions with the wind blowing from 25 to 35 miles an hour and the gusts anywhere from 50 to 55. 35 degrees Fahrenheit, feels like 22. Allen surveys his options, has good protection, and the pass complete to Sanders, who takes it all the way to the New England 44. That's the way to start the drive if you're the Buffalo Bills. All right. Good night, Jeffrey. Thanks so much for being a part of tonight's broadcast. You have a good one, man. Josh Allen now 8 of 14 on the night, 76 yards, 1 touchdown. He's run for 7 yards as well. 4 wide, 2 receivers on each side. Allen drops back, has time, going to air it deep downfield, and it is incomplete. Just missed Stephon Diggs. The chance was there, but Diggs couldn't quite make a play on it. Let's see the replay. Yeah, it was close. It really was. Just couldn't quite locate the ball cleanly. It hit right off his arms, in fact. The accuracy was there. 8:30 to go in the third. 2nd and 10 now. I wouldn't mind that, Todd. Here's a carry. Up the middle they go, and how about that? Jawan Bentley as well as Ekuali in there for the stop. Forward progress will give Singletary, or rather give Moss, about 3 yards. Let's see. Now they're showing the replay of that throw to Diggs again. And yeah, tell you what, Diggs beat Jawan Williams in coverage. Chance was there for the deep ball touchdown. But instead, here's 3rd and 7. 4 wide. Allen under pressure. He escapes momentarily. Rolling right. Allen going to run with it and leaping forward for the first down. But he's pushed out just short by Miles Bryant. Well, that was a gutsy effort by Josh Allen. But it will be 4th and 1, it appears. My goodness, he tried to stiff arm Bentley there rather than vice versa. But yeah, big play by Miles Bryant to get him out. Although that was close as to whether or not Allen got the first down, as a penalty marker is down. And that is a big blow for New England. A personal foul called against Miles Bryant. So is it for something he did afterwards or just simply for the push here? I mean, Allen wasn't necessarily out of bounds yet when Bryant delivered the push. I don't know. This is a bit questionable for me. I mean, if Allen was already out of bounds, then I'd understand the call, but no, it's a 15-yard penalty. And the Bills in the red zone at the 20, handed off to Moss. Moss barging forward, and he'll finally be stopped. Forward progress will mark him at the 17 as he was pushed back by Dietrich Wise. No, it wasn't a roughing the passer call, Hugo. It was a personal foul against Miles Bryant. It was the player who pushed Allen out of bounds. I guess the referees thought Allen was out of bounds before the push occurred, but clearly on the replay, it didn't look that way, but that was the call. Play action. Allen firing to the end zone, but he overshot the intended receiver, and Gabriel Davis. 3rd down and 7 coming up. And I'll tell you what, I know the winds here in Massachusetts where I live are not nearly as severe as in Buffalo, but still I can hear the wind out of my window right now. Even here in Massachusetts, the winds are swirling aplenty. I can hear the wind whistling. And a rainy night here. Josh Allen, 8 of 16. He's passed for 76 yards and a touchdown. Looking to throw again. Patriots bring the pressure. Allen fires to the sideline. The diving effort from Buffalo's Cole Beasley, but couldn't make the play. It's 4th and 7. And do the Bills attempt a field goal here? It looks like they will, with 6:39 left in the 3rd. Yeah, a bit of a storm. The wind that I'm hearing out of my window is wild. Yeah, we're supposed to get some snow on Wednesday, so. All right, here's a 35-yard attempt for Tyler Bass with the wind, and he sneaks it inside the left upright. It was not necessarily a comfortable field goal, but he made it happen. 35-yard attempt is good. It's a 1-point game, 11-10 ball game on here at Orchard Park. Patriots will get the football next. And welcome back in, everybody. It's a close one, as we expected, a low-scoring game as well. 11-10, New England by a point. On a windy night in Buffalo. Hmm. 6:35 remaining in the 3rd quarter after the field goal converted by Tyler Bass. He'll now kick it off to New England. And this will be driven well beyond the end zone. The wind helping out. And the Patriots will take it out from the 25. Well, look at the Patriots rush chart tonight. Excuse me. They've gone 6 rushes for 11 yards on the left side, 6 rushes for 142 yards and a touchdown up the middle. 8 rushes for 15 yards down the right side. So the middle is where they've been most effective. Of course, the big outliers, that 68-yard touchdown run. Here's Harris. He gets a block. Damian Harris down the sideline. There he goes. Across the 45 and out of bounds. He can be explosive in any given moment. First down, Patriots. Yeah, I've definitely noticed it snows sometimes in England, but yeah, not often. As you say, Todd, it seems like the people can't cope with it because it's not an every week occurrence by any means. And here's another strong run, this time by Stevenson, and Steven pounds his way all the way to the 42 of Buffalo. And the Patriots, just like that, on the move. Who said Mac needs to throw the ball tonight? The run game is doing enough thus far. We'll see if they can keep it up on this drive. Bunch formation for New England and 2 in the backfield. Both Harris and the fullback, Stevenson, I beg your pardon. And Stevenson gets the pitch. He takes it to the 37. Final 5 minutes now of the third quarter in Buffalo. Yeah, Hugo, I don't know how we do it either. It's you just get used to it. I'm not the biggest fan of New England winters, but I've just become accustomed to them, so it is what it is, But yeah, we get pummeled usually in the winter, and this will be a run right back to the line of scrimmage. That's all for Stevenson. Third down on the way as Greg Rousseau made the stop for the Buffalo Bills. Well, the Bills on the season have averaged allowing just 96.6 yards per game on the ground. They've allowed 206 rush yards to New England so far tonight, and we're still in the third quarter. Here's a big 3rd and 5. It's a quarterback keeper. Mac Jones is going to plug his way along, but it looks like he stopped a half yard short. Well, that was an interesting play call. It wasn't like it was 3rd and short. Tried to catch Buffalo off guard. Looks like they stopped him just short. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if Belichick went for it here. It's going to be 4th and 1 coming up. And the offense staying out there momentarily. Patriots break the huddle. And the biggest play up until this point coming up right here. One receiver to the right side. Mac Jones is going to run ahead with it. Does he have the first down? It's going to be close. But I think he got enough. The referees are going to unravel the pile. And there we go. The official signals. It's a first down for New England. Huge 4th down conversion. So on a fresh set of downs, the Patriots line up from the 32 of Buffalo, and the play was indeed blown dead. That was interesting. Stevenson heard a whistle, paused for a moment. Everyone kept playing, though, and then Stevenson started running again, and then the play was really blown dead by a number of whistles. 2:29 left in the third. Was a timeout called? I'm not sure here. Well, going back to that Mac Jones quarterback keeper on 4th and 1. it was tough to tell whether or not he got that first down, but a better camera angle would suggest he got enough. You can't quite see him through the pile, but he definitely got through there. And the Bills are going to challenge the ruling on the field. That's why the play was blown dead. They're challenging the ruling on the field of a first down. So that's very interesting. As I mentioned, it was tough to tell from the camera angles that were originally given. Big challenge here for Buffalo. Remember, if it's unsuccessful, you're charged a timeout. We'll see what the decision is after the break. All right, welcome back in. So, a challenge by Buffalo, and it looks like they're just finishing up the review, and a decision has been made. Is there enough to overturn the original ruling? Let's see. There you go. The ruling on the field stands. It is a first down for the Patriots. And as a result of losing the challenge, Buffalo are charged with their first time out of the half, which could play an important factor later on in this game. So that was big right there. Yep, as you say, Todd, no conclusive evidence to overturn the original ruling, which, I quite frankly agree with. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Patriots fan. Looking at the replays, there was not enough evidence there to say definitively that he was short of the first down. It did look like he just got it, and the original ruling was that he got it. So need to have enough evidence. There just wasn't. Look at the rush yards: 211 for New England, just 50 for Buffalo. 2:29 remaining in the third quarter. Patriots up by a point from the 32 of the Bills. Here's the snap. It's going to be handed off, and not much there. As Stevenson's tackled at the line. No gain for New England. Second and 10 for the Patriots. Two in the backfield. It goes to Stevenson looking for a block. He breaks free down the right side, and he'll pick up the first down. An 11-yard run for Ramondre Stevenson, and he gets to the 21-yard line. Patriots Get to the line. Stevenson, that was his 17th carry for 73 yards. He's at 50 yards after contact, and some more here. Stevenson playing bully ball, and he'll pick up 5, getting to the 16-yard line. Minute to go in the third, second down on the way. Yeah, you're hanging in there, Todd. You're hanging in there. Hats off to you. Patriots' current drive, 59 yards, nearly 6 minutes. Ted Karras snaps the ball. Another handoff. It's Stevenson still going, and Ramondre Stevenson gets to the 10. Another first down for the Patriots. They move the chains once more, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Stevenson fumbled in week 1 on his second career touch. He's had no fumbles since then, and hopefully I don't jinx that. But you gotta love the play of Ramondre Stevenson. He's been an absolute beast out there. And that'll be the end of the third. 45 minutes played, 15 to go. It's the Patriots leading by 1, looking to add on to the lead after the break. Welcome back in. The Patriots outscored the Bills 8-7 in the first quarter, and then 3-0 in the second. The Bills were the ones who outscored the Patriots 3-0 in the third, and that's how New England have a 1-point lead as we go to quarter 4 in Buffalo in this huge AFC East matchup with big implications regarding the AFC standings. Of course, the teams switch ends, so the Patriots now going with the win for the rest of the night, and they're at the 10-yard line of Buffalo. Make it the 11, 1st and 10, and a big hit in the backfield. Ramondre Stevenson goes down quickly, and making the play for the Bills was Matt Milano. That's big time from Milano right there. Just what the Bills needed. Here comes 2nd down and 13 for New England. Their current drive, 11 plays, 61 yards over 7 minutes. And it goes to Stevenson again, who's tripped up and gobbled up A big loss of yardage once more, and Milano in there to make the play again. Third down and long on the way for the Patriots. $18 yards needed to obtain the first down, which is essentially the half-yard line. Or the one. They're going to hand it off and hope for a big play, but Bolden tripped up quickly. Only 3 yards there. And New England will bring out Nick Folk and a big field goal attempt forthcoming. Yeah, big time defensive stop by Buffalo. Folks made his last 51 field goals from inside 50 yards. It's the second longest streak in NFL history. This is a 34-yard attempt from the left hash marks. With the win, the kick is up, and it is good. Folk knocks through his second field goal of the night, and it's a 14-10 lead for the New England Patriots. Well, a touchdown would have been ideal, but the Patriots have to settle for 3. It's Buffalo football next, early fourth quarter. Still 13 minutes left, back after the break. Welcome back in, everybody. Early fourth quarter, and still a lot to be decided as the Bills have a 4-point deficit in front of them as they'll get the ball. And as mentioned, a lot can still change in these final 13 minutes of play. New England will kick off after Nick Folk converted the second field goal of the night. Jake Bailey lofts one into the air, and this will be returned from inside the 10. Bit of a hesitation move and a nice run out to the 37. So the Bills will get a nice field position on the kick return for Buffalo as Matt Breida. .12:54 remaining in regulation. Patriots by 4, 14-10. Thanks to everyone who's been a part of tonight's broadcast. They We'll start from the 36 to be precise. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. It's going to be play action. Pass caught by Knox, who stiff arms Jackson. And Knox is going to push his way down the sideline before Hightower finally knocks him out. And Knox and Hightower exchanging some words afterwards. Second and 3 after the 7-yard completion to Dawson Knox. Allen hands it off, and Moss is going to be held back at about the 45, yards short of the first down. 3rd and 1 for the Bills. A big 3rd down here, and that's an understatement. 3 wide for Buffalo. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Allen going to throw over the middle, and Diggs hauls it in and takes it inside the New England 45. 1st down Buffalo, and he's in a little skirmish afterwards with Juwan Bentley. Bentley, who made the tackle. That throw was on a rope for Diggs, who made sure he held on. It's his 3rd reception for 24 yards. Fresh set of downs for Buffalo, 11 minutes left. And they're in New England territory. Allen looking right, now to his left, running to his left, and the pass tipped incomplete. Intended for Emmanuel Sanders. It was just a bit high for the wide receiver, and a little to his left as well. 2nd and 10 for the Bills. Sanders, 5 targets, 2 receptions for 16 yards. Yeah, the Bills haven't been hesitant to throw the ball. Allen now 10 of 20, 94 yards and a touchdown. He's going to look to throw again. Stepping up in the pocket, he's going to roll to his right and run with it. Allen's taken off. A big, big play. Allen all the way to the 23-yard line. And Buffalo are in business. Well, the space opened up, and Allen said, "Thank you very much." That's a huge rush for Josh Allen. And now a fresh set of downs for the Buffalo Bills. 34 rush yards now for Allen. A little bit, Hugo. Yeah, at times the pocket is being broken down, but not all the times. At times he has been able to buy some time in the pocket without the Patriots really applying as much pressure as they'd like. 2nd and 7 after that 3-yard carry. The Bills have had 21 rushes for 76 yards, 21 passes for 89. 9.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Allen drops back, has a bit of time, throws underneath, the catch by Moss, and he'll get out of bounds with a 1st down. And now a flag is thrown, and I think Hightower is going to be called for a horse collar. Not going well for New England here on this drive. Here's the call. Yep, indeed, a horse collar penalty against Dante Hightower. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's the right call. He quite literally grabbed him by the collar and yanked him down. You're going to get penalized for that 10 times out of 10. So, with that penalty, Buffalo have a first and goal from the 7 as they picked up the first down anyways. From the 6, I should say. Allen takes the snap, hands it off. Moss, a little shimmy move, but he's wrapped up quickly. And the play blown dead. J.C. Jackson and a number of other Patriots able to stop Moss. Second and goal from around the same spot. Time keeps on ticking. 8.5 left in regulation. Bills taking plenty of time here, and they'll now use their second timeout. So that's it. That's intriguing. Of course, Buffalo wasted, if you like, their first timeout due to losing a challenge, and now they use a timeout here, so they're down to 1, which is something to keep in mind down the final stretch of this game when they may need those timeouts, and it could hurt them. So we'll keep it right here. Tense moments in this AFC East divisional matchup. So much at stake. The Bills' current drive, 8 plays, 58 yards, just under 5 minutes. And so, out of the timeout, here comes second and goal from the 6 for Buffalo. Trying to take their first lead of the night. Play action. Allen, under pressure, he gets tripped up. And that should blow the play dead. They allow it to continue, and it will be a sack for Matt Judon. Huge for New England's defense, and Buffalo's fans cannot believe it. Third and goal, and that'll back the Bills up significantly. It looked like Knox was open for a split second, but Allen held on, got tripped up actually by his own teammates. So the referees were right to allow play to continue, and then Judon wrapped him up for the sack. 32nd sack of the season for New England, tied for the 4th most in the league. Buffalo all the way back to the 15. Allen going to heave it to the end zone, and it's incomplete. He overthrew Knox, and Allen, I think, thought he had a free play. Just the way he nonchalantly threw that ball, I think he thought there was a flag for some reason against New England, but there was no penalty here. And so it's 4th and goal from the 15, unless the referees do decide to throw a late flag, but it's not looking like that. No penalty. So Buffalo, against the wind, are going to attempt a field goal. This is going to be real interesting. Tyler Bass made his first field goal from 35 yards, but that was with the wind. This is a whole different story. The field goal post quite literally shaking violently, and this is going to be quite the moment. A 33-yard attempt from the right, hash marks against the wind. Here's the snap. The kick is up from Bass. It's no good. It veers wide right as Tyler Bass is unable to convert, and it stays a 14-10 game. What a big-time stop by the New England defense. A drive that looks so promising for Buffalo results in no points. The Patriots still up by 4, and they'll get the football with 7:24 left. And welcome back in, everybody. So, what a change of events as the Buffalo Bills were 6 yards from the end zone. It results in an empty-handed drive after a 33-yard missed field goal against the wind. 7:24 to go, and the Patriots will hand it off to start this drive. And tackled in the backfield was Stevenson. And it could very well go down to the wire. This is a big drive, as you guys say. Now look at the fewest pass attempts in a win since 1970. Buffalo in 1974 had 2 in a game against the Jets. That is the record. The Patriots right now have 1 pass attempt, and they have a 4-point lead. 2nd down 11. A fake pitch. Jones rolls right. He's going to throw, and it's incomplete. Intended for Aguilar, but broken up by Jackson. And there was the 2nd pass attempt of the game from Mac Jones. Third and 11 for the Patriots. And this crowd is fired up with 6:44 to go. New England at their own 22. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Jones has good protection. Screen pass caught by Bolden, but he's going to be stopped at the 28. About 5 yards short of the first down. And New England are going to go 3 and out. The Bills have 1 timeout. Yep, the Bills have 1 timeout left, Adam. Yeah. 4th and 4, and out comes Jake Bailey. So Buffalo will get the ball back. And what an ending we're in store for as a few snowflakes begin to fall at Ralph Wilson Stadium. Yeah, they've used 2 timeouts, but they have 1 left. They've used 2. They have 1 remaining. Here's the punt, and this is going to carry nicely, but skips into the end zone. So Buffalo will take that, a touchback with 5:47 left in regulation. Next week on Monday Night Football, it'll be the Rams taking on the Cardinals. That should be a great showdown in the desert next Monday at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, so Buffalo with another chance here to try to take the lead for the first time tonight, or at least make it a 1-point game again. They'll start from the 20. Allen dropping back in the pocket. He's going to fire down the sideline, and a spinning catch. Was Diggs out of bounds? No, he was in. It's a completion of Stephon Diggs, and what a start to the drive for Buffalo. Wow, but I don't know if he got both feet in here. Yeah, I suppose he did. His right foot certainly in. He got his left toe down. Could Bill Belichick challenge this? I'm not sure if he will. Mac Jones has had 2 pass attempts now. He completed 1 of them. Yeah, he's 1 of 2. Here's a quick pass caught on the spin by Moss, and he'll be wrapped out of bounds by Hightower at the New England 49. 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. New England up by 4, and what's going to be a nail-biting ending. Second and 5 here for the Bills. They're in New England territory. Moss shifts to the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Allen looking to pass. Underneath, he connects. It's caught by Knox. And that's a Buffalo first down. The snow's starting to pick up just a bit. As Knox was hit hard on the play by a couple of Patriots players. 4 minutes left. That was Knox's second catch of the night. They're now at the 42 of the Patriots. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Allen drops back. Has solid protection. He's going to sling it towards the sideline, but it's too high for Moss. Incomplete. It does stop the clock with 3:45 to play. The wind continuing to play a factor here. Buffalo going against it. This is a handoff. Moss breaking free. He's down the sideline and all the way to the 25. A big time run right there for Zach Moss. Oh, sorry. That was Singletary. I beg your pardon. That was Singletary. He just bounced to the outside. Couldn't quite be grappled by Phillips. And once he beat Phillips, he was off to the races. And now Matthew Judon is down for New England. This is a big sign of concern for New England. Judon, such a big part of the Patriots defense. As we have an injury timeout with 3:22 on the clock. Buffalo haven't led all night. Judon, 12 and a half sacks this season, third most in the NFL. And we'll see how serious this injury is. A reminder of what the AFC playoff picture looks like. Patriots leading the conference right now at 8-4. The other division leaders have the same record. The Titans, Ravens, Chiefs, all 8-4 as well. The Bills, Chargers, and Bengals occupying the wild card spots. The Bills 7-4, Chargers and Bengals 7-5. Steelers, Colts, Raiders, Browns, and Broncos all in the hunt. Steelers 6-5-1, Colts 7-6, and then the Raiders, Browns, and Colts all 6-6. As Judon gingerly walks to the sideline. Next week, it'll be a bye for New England. Then week 15 at Indianapolis, who are 7-6. Sorry, I said 6-6. And then week 16, home against Buffalo. So not an easy stretch, but they will have a bye next week, trying to make it 7 wins in a row for New England before the bye. But they'll need to make a stop here. Clock resumes. Fresh set of downs from the Patriots 25. Throw here is caught. That's Sanders to the 20. 5-yard completion. Under 3 minutes remaining now. Josh Allen, 15 of 27, 144 yards, and a touchdown. In the fourth quarter, he's gone 7 of 10 for 68 yards. Has 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here comes the blitz. Allen stepping up. He's going to run with it. Brought out of bounds by Phillips. Did he get the first down? It's going to be close. It's going to be real close. He was taken out by Adrian Phillips. And they're going to give him it. Buffalo moved the chains. First down for the Bills. And the clock stopped with 2.5 to go. Ball now on the 14-yard line. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. This time, Allen hands off to Singletary, and he'll rush for 2 yards. Second down and 8. And that might bring us down to the 2-minute warning. Ah, really, Hugo? Yeah. Yeah, Monday Night Football is on ESPN, so. The timeout will be called, though, by New England. So Bill Belichick already playing it strategically here as he calls a timeout with 2:14 left. So not quite the 2-minute warning just yet. 14-10, Patriots in front, and just as we anticipated, this has been a fantastic game. Patriots 8-4, the Bills 7-4. Atop those two teams battling for the top of the AFC East and at the top of the conference as a whole, as we head towards the final few weeks of the regular season. The current drive for Buffalo, 8 plays, 67 yards, 3.5 minutes. Yeah, 100% Todd. The Buffalo need to get into the end zone. There's no way that they're going to settle for a field goal. They can't. They simply can't. They only have one timeout, 2:15 left. They simply have to get into the end zone. There's no other choice. I appreciate that, Hugo. I appreciate that a lot, man. On that last play, I think one of the pylons was broken, so they had to fix that situation. Here comes 2nd and 9 for the Bills. 4 wide for Buffalo. Allen looking right, lofts one towards the end zone, but it's off the mark. He misfired trying to find Stephon Diggs. Covering him was J.C. Jackson. And what a missed opportunity that was, trying to go for the over-the-shoulder pass. Here comes 3rd and 9 with 2:11 to go. Huge third down, to say the least. 4 wide again for Buffalo. And now the play blown dead. A flag thrown on the far side. And it's against Buffalo. Wow. False start against Dawson Knox. That is a huge penalty against the Bills, as it'll now be 3rd and 14. And yeah, the Patriots are pointing fingers right when they saw it. And the referees caught it. So here comes 3rd and 14 after the 5-yard penalty. The Bills backed up to the 19. Or more like the 18. Either way, they need 14 yards here for the first down. Patriots have 4 back. 2 receivers on each side. Here comes the blitz. Allen running in circles. He's in trouble. He escapes from Wise. He's going to air it down the sideline, and it's broken up. Incomplete. The pass to the end zone could not be caught. Dawson Knox, the intended receiver, and it'll be 4th and 14 coming up for Buffalo after the 2-minute warning. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, Allen did a great job of keeping this play alive because he was nearly sacked on a couple of occasions. And this was a decent look, but phenomenal coverage in the end zone by Adrian Phillips. Able to break that pass up, or else it would have been a touchdown. Well, we've reached the 2-minute warning, a chance for a quick breather, and after the break, it's the last chance for Buffalo, 4th and 14. And welcome back in, everybody. A nail-biting ending in Buffalo, New York. Who will come out on top? Will it be the Patriots or will it be the Bills? Here we go. Oh, come on, Hugo. That's just nonsense. That's just nonsense. And there is an injured Patriot, and that appears to be Adrian Phillips, who has had a fantastic fourth quarter, but it looks like he's clutching his right knee. So he was down during that whole commercial break. And he was the one on the pass breakup in the end zone. So let's see what exactly happened. Wow, this camera angle is going to be tough to tell. But yeah, going back to that last play, in fact, Allen had a receiver wide open over the middle, and that appeared to be Stephon Diggs. But Allen was focused on trying to escape the pressure that he didn't see Diggs in that moment. And that could have easily been at least a first down, if not a touchdown. And Phillips, meanwhile, still down for the Patriots. And so we'll step aside for another break. Injury timeout. We'll check in on Adrian Phillips next. All right, welcome back in, everybody. Adrian Phillips tonight, as I mentioned, was having a big game. 5 tackles, 2 pass breakups, and he's being attended to currently on the sideline. Meanwhile, a huge 4th and 14. This is pretty much the last chance for Buffalo. From the 19 of New England, Allen drops back, pressure arrives, gets it out quickly. It's tipped incomplete. Miles Bryant breaks it up and denies Buffalo of a touchdown. A turnover on downs, and with 1:55 to go, it's the Patriots football, and New England are going to come out with the win. Wow. Well, the blitz came right away from the Patriots. They really made Allen get this out in a hurry, and Bryant was right there in the perfect position to just get a right hand to it. And look at that. I spy a smile on the face of Bill Belichick. A rare sighting indeed, but you absolutely love to see it. Wow, what a gutsy performance and a gutsy win here tonight for New England. They just have to protect the ball as they hand it off, and that'll be a 3-yard gain for Stevenson. And now Buffalo will use their final timeout with 1:50 left. Well, I talked about how significant not having 3 timeouts at the end would be for Buffalo, and you're seeing that right here because they have no shot at getting the ball back in all likelihood. Well, Cole Beasley actually ran a good route for Buffalo on that play, but Allen, once again, he was affected by the pressure of New England, couldn't really make a good decision in that moment, and Bryant able to break it up. Absolutely a great New England win. No doubt about it. Another handoff here. It's Stevenson who picks up a yard, gets to the 22, and the Bills now have no control over the clock whatsoever. 3rd down and 7. If the Patriots convert here, that will be officially ball game over. Now they're going to halt play with 1:19 to go. Let's see what they're deciding here. Bill Belichick could lip read there. He said, "What are we doing?" What's good, Michael? Welcome into the broadcast. Yes, Michael, I actually had that game on my phone. Yeah, Florida State won the Women's College Cup in penalty kicks over BYU. Yeah, seemed like one heck of a game. I had one eye on it. I was kind of keeping an eye on it. If the Patriots weren't playing tonight, I definitely would have had full attention on that and probably would have called it. But yeah, what a big win for Florida State. Epic game. And I mean, BYU are a good team. I'll give them that. From what I see, because I watched their game the other night too in the Final Four, and they're a solid team. You know, their first College Cup appearance, but they fall just short. All right, so what do we got here? They're resetting the clock to 1:23. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. All right, there we go. Now they're going to resume the clock. Sean McDermott is now furious. Can't really tell you what happened there, but we continue. Patriots are going to be able to bring this clock all the way down to about 45 before they snap it or call a timeout. Yep, they'll call a timeout with 1 second on the play clock. So 44 seconds remaining in this game, and the Patriots use their second timeout. No, I don't think so, Michael. Buffalo aren't getting the ball back. There's 44 seconds left. The Patriots are still going to run a play here on 3rd down, obviously. So, and a play usually lasts at least 4 seconds. So I think they're going to be able to run it out. I don't think the Bills are going to get it back. It's currently 3rd down. 3rd and 7 here with 44 seconds left. Wow, what a game. Buffalo had their shot, but Miles Bryant with the pass breakup, 2nd season in the league, went to college at Washington. And how about the Patriots defense? Just 3 points allowed in the second half in their last 5 games. That is unbelievable. The defense has just been outstanding for New England amidst this winning streak. And so here we go on 3rd and 7. Mac Jones scurries back and just gives himself up at the 19. And actually, there is 1 less second on the play clock than game clock. But Mac Jones can just chuck it out of bounds, and that will be that. Fourth down, but they're not even going to need to bring out Bailey, I don't think. They can just run a play here on 4th down and have Mac Jones throw it out of bounds, and that will be game. In New England, it looks like will use their final timeout, or will they even need to? Yep, I don't think. The clock reads 0, but there was 1 less second on the play clock than game clock. Yeah, they'll put 1 on the clock. Patriots use their final timeout. There was 1 complete pass in this game, Hugo, from Mac Jones, and they're going to win this game. That's Bill Belichick for you. They ran it 45 times, 3 pass plays, just 1 completion, if I remember correctly. And New England are going to get the win. Wow. It'll be 7 wins in a row. Here comes the snap with 1 second left. And Jones will just kneel it down. And the clock reaches 0. It's all over in Buffalo. The New England Patriots defeat their divisional rivals 14-10. And for a team that started 2-4, the Patriots have sole possession of the top seed in the AFC as they've since gone 7-0. And it's a 9-4 record for New England. They also go 1.5 games clear of Buffalo in the AFC East standings as the Bills drop to 7-5. In 3 weeks' time, there will be a rematch between these two teams in New England. Well, next week on Monday Night Football, it'll be another good one. The Los Angeles Rams at the Arizona Cardinals. But that will do it for my broadcast. What a game, everybody. Outstanding night indeed. It was a bit nerve-wracking at the end, but the Patriots get it done, and they are atop the AFC, a game clear of everybody else. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday night. Thank you so much for tuning in. The New England Patriots defeat the Buffalo Bills 14-10, the final score. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did, and thank you so much, everyone, for making the broadcast a good time. And I'm going to sleep well tonight, everybody, because what a big win that was. The Patriots, of course, now have a bye week before they take on Indianapolis in 12 days' time. So a chance to rejuvenate and re-energize. The Patriots looking good atop the AFC. 14-10, Patriots win. Bye for now, everybody.